Hi book club besties, this is Read the Resistance and I'm back with another video. This one is going to be more of a show and tell video about the Kyoto Gion book nook by Anavrin. I decided to do a book nook, this is my first one, but I decided to do a book nook because I loved Legos and Puzz 3D as a kid, those 3D puzzles, and I hadn't really thought about them for a while, but I pretty much got heavily influenced on social media. But you know, I'm happy that I did because I really liked putting this together. I did an unboxing in a previous video, but I'm just going to show a couple things. One of the things that was provided in the box I didn't open because I just didn't want it to get everywhere at the time. But now that I've completed the book nook, I'm just going to show you guys what was in it. So this was the booklet that came with it, and you can see that there are instructions in there, and the instructions are pretty good. There were some things that I had to look up, especially like the beginning. You'll probably hear about that later, but I for some reason struggled with the start of the book nook. So you can see here they give you these little cutout, I think they call it like laser cutout, wood cutouts, but it is wooden. It does feel like really good quality, and you basically just kind of like carefully pop out the piece, and you know, of course you'll follow the directions. They do give you these little, I think they're called pickup assisters, don't quote me on that, but they give you these little assisters basically to like punch out the pieces, and it does help with getting some of the pieces to get in place as well. I found that to be helpful, along with I used a flat end of scissors as well to kind of get some things sort of like hammered in. They do come with glue. I did end up having to get super glue though for some pieces, so I used the Gorilla super glue, and then I also used tweezers to help with certain aspects of the build. And then they give you can see a file basically for sanding some edges if you want to do that. Sometimes it might be easier to get the pieces to fit together if you sand them down a little bit. And then there are other pieces, like these were stickers that needed to be applied. There was wax paper, and of course, like there's gluing involved and cutting, so I did need to have scissors. So you're gonna see basically the build in progress. I was trying to do footage of me actually putting it together, but I'm a beginner, so it took me so long to figure out how to put the pieces together. I did not think that that was going to be enjoyable to watch, so I just kind of abandoned that, and you can just see clips along the way. I apologize, the clips are very shaky. I had an old phone that I was using for it, and I am upgrading my phone, so hopefully the video quality will get better, and you know, I'm hoping some of the lighting is getting better too, but so the footage is a bit shaky. I apologize. That will improve going forward, but I hope you enjoy the view of my book nook build, and you can let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, so these are the first two pieces that I put together for the book nook. The one on the right hand side took me so long to figure out. I ended up having to look online to figure out how to do it because I kept doing it wrong. Also, the umbrellas that you see there, I had to remake one of them, so you can see it's kind of drooping off to the side, and it's gonna rewrite itself in the next clip. For the Sakura tree, I loved putting that together. The only thing is that I realized there are outlines where the flowers are supposed to be glued onto, and I didn't realize that until I got to the green tree that you see in the clip there. So I did that one right, but the Sakura tree, I did not do that correctly. I still like the way that it turned out though. The other thing is where the bar stools are, I didn't realize until I put the entire thing together that there's a piece that was actually supposed to go there, but I glued the bar stools down and there was no going back then. So you can see in the clip here, there are several wires coming off the main book nook. piece and it's going off in different directions. There were, I believe, 5 lights, and you needed to have the wires situated in just the right way, and it did require tweezers to get them to where they needed to go. Otherwise, the sides wouldn't snap on. So that was a little bit difficult for me, but I did eventually figure it out in the end. And it was very important to test the light out before starting the kit in case the lights were burnt out. They did give that instruction. So here you can see I did put the side of the book nook on, and you can see the wires leading up the side of the book nook. You can see 2 lamps there, and they do have wax paper around them. On the 3rd lamp, I did have to redo the wax paper. It was a little tricky for me for some reason, but I did enjoy constructing them. Here you can see there are 2 sides to the book nook kit attached now, and then there are 3 lamps attached. And you'll be able to see the touch sensor. That had to fix that because it was too long initially for it to be able to fit in the kit correctly. The bottom portion, you can see the battery is there when I want to change the battery, and it's hidden from sight. Okay, here is the final reveal of the book nook. You can see when I tap the top, the light comes on. Love how the lighting turned out. You can see through the top like a skylight, and you can see through the front. And I just love the way the book nook turned out. I would use Anavrin again. I loved the quality of their pieces. It sounds like they're very responsive from what I gathered online. I didn't have to contact them, but if you need to, it sounds like they're pretty responsive. So they get an A for me from me, and comment below if you've done a book nook before, which was your favorite, or if you haven't, is there one that you want to try? Let me know if you want to see more book nook builds by a total beginner, and I hope you enjoyed this video.